What's up guys, it's Average Joel making average content for the average viewer, and today I want to talk to you guys about who might just be the best specialist in Battlefield 2042 for winning more gunfights, becoming a 1v1 god, and ultimately getting more kills in Battlefield 2042, which we all know means gives you a better KD, therefore makes you infinitely more attractive to the opposite sex. Now, before we get too far into the video, I do just want to make a few quick announcements. First of all, I did stream last week on YouTube and it went extremely well, and I'm so grateful for all of you guys who turned up to that stream. Going forward, I would like to stream more, but I think I'm going to keep it more to Twitch. So if you are interested in catching me live on Twitch, then go and follow that page now so you can get notified as soon as I go live at twitch.tv/AverageJoel. The link to that will be in the description. Now on top of that, if you do want to hang out, chat with me and find other people to play with, then a link to my Discord will also be in the description. And other than that, if you enjoy this content, then please subscribe. So the specialist in question today, the main man, the guy that I really love playing as at the moment, is of course McKay. Now, I will go through some tips a bit later in the video about how to best use his grapple hook, but I don't want to waste any more time in telling you the main reason why McKay is so incredibly good at 1v1 gunfights and just an absolute boss when it comes to face-to-face combat altogether is his nimble perk. Now when you read the description for the nimble perk, it says that you're able to move faster whilst ADS. You're also able to maintain better accuracy whilst on zip lines. However, I really think that this description is selling McKay completely short, and here's why. I want you to look at this quick 5-second clip about just how fast McKay can move whilst ADS. This is barely being spoken about at all, but it is such a huge advantage when we are talking about 1v1 gunfights and getting the better of your enemy. Now, the first thing that this is obviously going to do is it will make you a lot harder to track in close quarters. Whether you're playing against mainly PC players or mouse and keyboard or controller players, the fact of the matter is tracking someone who is moving quickly close up is extremely hard. Not only that, if the person that you are tracking is moving fast but you are unable to strafe at the same speed as that person, that means that their aim is going to be so dead accurate on you compared to how your aim is on them. Therefore, when using McKay, if you are in a close quarters situation, you'll be able to get so many more hits on your enemy if you are strafing from left to right than they will be able to get on you. Now, another way that you can use this nimble perk, which is extremely effective, is when taking corners. Usually when you're taking corners, you have to ADS and peek around the corner extremely slowly. This means that if someone is already pre-aiming that corner, you are going to die. However, with McKay, you are able to already be ADSing and move forward extremely fast and duck in and out of cover extremely quickly. This means that not only will you see that person before they're able to shoot you, but also you'll be able to reassess the situation and try and take another route that will best be able to dispatch of that enemy. Now, the last thing that I really want to drive home about this nimble perk is not only does it make a difference in those close quarter combat fights, but it also helps with you tracking enemies at long range. If an enemy is running from left to right on your screen and you are trying to aim at them whilst you are leading that target by moving your mouse or your right thumbstick, it can be quite hard to keep it in the exact right place for you to be able to land those shots. However, because you are able to strafe so quickly from left to right as McKay, this means that in a similar situation when you're shooting at someone who is running from left to right, if you hold down whatever input makes yourself move right, whether that be the D key on a keyboard or the left stick on a controller, what this means is you're not going to have to make such extreme adjustments to your aim. Your character model will also be moving, and because the other player is so far away, the fact that you're moving quite quickly will make it so much easier to hit those targets. These things are so incredibly useful to use as McKay, and I cannot believe that more people aren't talking about this nimble perk, especially when you consider that most guns within Battlefield 2042 allow you to equip something that makes your gun more accurate whilst moving. This means that every single gunfight you are getting in, if you have this attachment on, this underbarrel attachment that makes it more accurate whilst you're moving, there is no reason why you shouldn't be always strafing from left to right, making yourself such an incredibly hard target to hit. Once you couple this with the fact that you also have extreme movement benefits with McKay because of his grapple hook, you're going to really be excelling in 1v1 gunfights. Now, just quickly, I can't talk about McKay without talking about the grapple hook, and I do have some really good tips for how you can best utilize the grapple hook itself. Now, what you'll see a lot of people doing within the game when they're using McKay is using this grapple hook to purely get them to an advantageous height position. This means that they'll stand there, they'll aim at something like a crane above them, and they'll shoot up to that and then continue to shoot people, probably with a sniper or a DMR from that height. Now, what I want to tell you guys about the grapple hook is that you can use this in so many more creative ways. For example, if like earlier we were talking about when someone was pre-aiming a corner, if it's on one of the many shipment crates that are placed around the Battlefield 2042 maps, instead of peeking that corner and trying to ego challenge it and 1v1 that person who is holding that angle, 9 times out of 10 there are so many ways that you'll be able to use the grapple hook to get above them and then behind them. Now, not only this, what you can also do with the grapple hook is instead of waiting until the full duration of your journey within the grapple, you can either press B, circle, or C, depending on what platform you're on, to cut the line midway through. This will keep your momentum going forward, but also allow you to turn around quickly and then begin shooting at your target. If you know that enemies are hiding behind cover or they're hiding above cover or something like that, by doing this, you keep your movement so incredibly unpredictable, but also it makes you faster than anyone's movement within the game, apart from maybe Sundance. But the thing is, with Sundance, you are always reliant on being able to get to a place of height. With McKay, you can literally be in the battle 100% of the time, taking gunfights that the other specialists would literally just die if they attempted to take. Guys, I really don't want to understate how powerful McKay is. I know that there's been a lot of shit being spoken about Sundance and how it doesn't belong in Battlefield, blah blah. And to be honest, the main reason I started using McKay in the first place was because so many people were in my comments saying, "Oh mate, you only use Sundance, you're shit, you're not a real Battlefield fan." Well, to those guys, I say fuck you to begin with. It's in the game, I'm going to use what I want, but also thank you because it made me use McKay, and I genuinely think that I have found the best specialist in Battlefield 2042, at least for my playstyle. Now, granted, I haven't tried a lot of the other specialists to a great extent because my playstyle is always going to be more aggressive and more fast-paced. However, what I've found with McKay is that although you can get these incredible flanks off and you can use his movement abilities to get some really creative plays, it also forces you to get right into the thick of the action, therefore playing the objective more and getting more rewarding rounds. So I want you guys to go and play McKay now, and honestly just try and strafe left and right, forwards and back. Movement is key with McKay, and if you master the movement with this specialist, your gameplay is going to get so much more fun and rewarding. But anyway, that's about all I wanted to say for this video. I really hope that you found this small little guide interesting and informative, and I hope that it helps some of you guys improve your game. Now, for those of you who have watched my channel for a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. If you had to choose between a nose like a pig and ears like an elephant, which one would you choose? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Joel. Peace.